What is a not safe for work confession you have been dying to share anonymously?
Story 1.
My ex-girlfriend got me into swinging. She introduced me to a group of neighborhood wives, then shortly later broke up with me. Why, you may ask? She wanted to break up with me earlier, but didn't want to hurt my self-confidence. So she decided to get me into swinging, so I can build up my confidence with other women, and she could leave without worry. Since I got a few direct messages asking, how can I get into a situation like this? I shall give you all the Cliff Notes version. 1. Don't be a beep. Seriously, just be polite and have a common interest that isn't beep related. 2. Be in shape. I'm not talking jack to the gills with abs. Just don't have a beer belly and work really hard on building up physical stamina. 3. Wear a beep and always get a full panel blood test at least once a month or every other month. 4. Respect boundaries. Remember that woman holds all the cards in this situation, so you're catering to their desires and their desires only. 5. Be clean. Shower every day. Keep it nice and hair-free down there, and keep a clean-shaven face. If you insist on having a beard, keep it really short and neat, but always come freshly showered. 6. Brush your teeth and keep a fresh breath. 7. Keep an open mind deeply. You're going to be asked to try a lot of really adventurous things that might make you uncomfortable. At least give it a shot. You might find some new pleasures you haven't experienced. 8. Seriously, don't be a beep. The AFA bro, don't tread on me. Hyper macho bull beep is a serious turn-off for a lot of women. If some of you are reading this and are offended by this sentiment, keep in mind there is a handful of mature ladies who have told me specifically that these are the traits that they will open avoid at all cost. That's pretty much it. Just act like a functioning adult that has broad interest and has basic human empathy.
Story 2.
When I was 18, 2004, I made a dating profile that said I was into older women. I wasn't still in the quiet, nerdy type. As expected, I got zero traction with it for months. But eventually I got a message saying that it was this woman's daughters who had set up a dating profile for their mother. I was too dumb to worry about scams. And thankfully it wasn't. We met, and despite the massive age gap, I was 18, she was 47. We actually had a lot in common, and we had a wonderful relationship. We dated for a few years, but she eventually broke things off as other people in her family had issues with my age. Actually, she broke up with you because you got too old. And her next guy was 17, but swore he was 18.
Story 3.
I once dated a girl. It was intense passion. She was highly intelligent and had these piercing eyes that locked me in place. After a while, she confessed a deep, beeply desire, which was to draw my blood and write with it, like poems and beep. Not sure. Those piercing eyes got very scary after that, and I did not want to sleep next to her and ended things. Maybe I dodged something, or maybe I lost something that day. Sometimes my morbid curiosity makes me wonder. You can fix her.
Story 4.
The past couple years, I've become involved with my local beep community and made so many great connections and play partners over that time. I don't always have beep with my play partners, but I do enjoy it, and it happens fairly frequently. This past year alone, I've had more beeply partners than I have the entirety of my previous life combined. It is very weird that this is the community I've landed in after leading a fairly vanilla life otherwise, because the community is so diverse. Some of these partners have been older, and some younger. One was late 20s and absolutely gorgeous. After we wrapped up, she told me she was a model and where I could find her content. Checked an item off the list without even knowing that's what I was doing.
Story 5.
Worked in healthcare recruiting for a while. We would have nurses and MPs come to the office now and again to interview with the recruiters if we had specific questions about more detailed specialized experience, i.e. peds, oncology, etc. brought in an NP who was specialized in urology. We had separate interview rooms that had blinds and locked doors. We will call the NP Sarah. Sarah started to drop hints and hit on me. Made some remark about looking at my reproductive system if I ever needed it checked. We beeped in that interview room. No one ever found out.
Story 6.
Well, I've shared lots of stuff anonymously here on Reddit. So, it's not that secretive, but I'm dying to share it in real life. My husband and I are just your typical, boring married couple. We've been married for 21 years, have 3 kids, work together in a factory. We used to be Mormon. Coworkers sometimes act like I'm so innocent or prudish because of the ex-Mormon thing, and the fact that I haven't tried much when it comes to beeps and alcohol. But my husband and I have been to a couple of swinger events, but only played with each other in front of everyone. I have a beep pics, no face online. I had a much younger girlfriend that I met up with in a hotel a couple times. Sometimes coworkers will say something like, "Oh, don't let sweet little beep hear this." And I just want to lay it all out. But I don't, because sometimes people get weird about that stuff. My male coworkers would think I'm down to cheat, and my female coworkers would think I'm trying to steal their husbands.
If you enjoy our channel, we'd love to invite you to become a member. Joining is easy. Just click the join button on our channel homepage or beneath any of our videos. Your support means the world to us, and as a member, you'll gain access to exclusive perks and content. Thank you for being part of our community. We look forward to welcoming you as a member soon.
Story 7.
Last Saturday, I'm driving home with my wife in the passenger seat. We just left her worst Christmas party. She is wearing a dress with a slit and no underwear. She rarely wears underwear when we go out. As I am driving, I slide my hand up her skirt through the slit. I start to rub her beep. She immediately drops her seat back and puts her high heels on the dash. I beep her good. She beeps all over the seat as she beeps. She says, "Beep, I think I just beeps all over my dress." She gets up and the beep missed most of the dress and landed mostly on my car seat. We get home. There is a huge wet spot on my car seat. I feel it. It is damp. I tell my wife not to worry about it. I will clean it up in the morning. By the time I get back in the car, it is nearly dry with a small white stain. I just leave the stain there. I think it's hot.
Story 8.
Just remembered an old memory. I was in 8th grade. My mom was married to a guy in the Navy stationed on an aircraft carrier. I think they kind of had an understanding. We go to the county fair, and there is a guy doing some carnival game. Mom talked with him, didn't think much of it. A few weeks later, a letter shows up with obvious Polaroid photos in it. I thought, cool. I open it up. It was photos of my mom in various positions with this carnival guy. I was mortified and carefully put the photos back in the envelope and sealed it with tape. Never mentioned it to anyone